Before the Islamic conquests of the 7th century AD, the region that is now Israel was inhabited by various peoples and civilizations, each leaving their mark on its history, sovereignty, culture, and religion. Here's an overview. 1. Ancient Israelites in Biblical History. The region of ancient Israel was the homeland of the Israelites, a Semitic people who emerged in the 2nd millennium BCE. According to biblical accounts, the Israelites established kingdoms such as Israel and Judah, with Jerusalem as their capital. The Israelites are central figures in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, with their religious texts providing accounts of their history, laws, and beliefs. 2. Conquest and rule by various empires. Throughout its history, the land of Israel was conquered and ruled by various empires, including the Egyptians, Assyrians, Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, and Romans. Each empire left its imprint on the region's culture, language, and administration, influencing its religious practices and societal norms. 3. Roman rule and Jewish revolts. By the 1st century AD, the region was under Roman rule, with Judea becoming a Roman province. The Jewish population of Judea experienced tensions with Roman authorities, leading to several Jewish revolts, including the First Jewish-Roman War and the Bar Kokhba revolt. The Roman suppression of these revolts resulted in the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem and the dispersal of the Jewish population. 4. Sovereignty and cultural identity. Despite foreign rule, the Jewish people maintained a cultural and religious identity tied to the land of Israel. Jerusalem remained a focal point of Jewish religious and cultural life, with Jews continuing to pray towards the Temple Mount, the site of the destroyed temples. Jewish communities flourished in various parts of the region, contributing to its economic, intellectual, and artistic vitality. 5. Religious diversity and syncretism. Alongside Judaism, the region was home to diverse religious communities, including Samaritans, pagans, and later, Christians. The interaction between different religious traditions led to syncretism and the adoption of new beliefs and practices. 6. Cultural and intellectual contributions. The land of Israel was a crossroads of cultures and ideas, fostering intellectual exchange and innovation. Jewish scholars produced significant religious texts and commentaries, including the Mishnah and the Talmud, which continue to shape Jewish thought and practice. The region's strategic location facilitated trade and commerce, leading to economic prosperity and cultural enrichment. In summary, before the Islamic conquests, the land of Israel was a diverse and dynamic region shaped by the interplay of various peoples, empires, and cultures. The significant increase in the Muslim population in Palestine occurred during the Islamic conquests of the 7th century AD and the subsequent centuries. Here's a brief overview of this period. 1. The Islamic conquests. 7th century AD. The Arab Muslim armies, under the Rashidun Caliphate, began their expansion from the Arabian Peninsula in the 7th century AD. By 636 to 638 AD, they had conquered Palestine, including Jerusalem, bringing the region under Islamic rule. 2. Arab Muslim rule. With the Arab conquests, Palestine became part of the rapidly expanding Islamic Caliphate. The Muslim population in the region increased as Arab settlers and Muslim converts settled in the area. 3. Demographic shifts. The Muslim population grew in Palestine due to both natural population increase and migration. Arab Muslims, as well as converts from local populations, contributed to the demographic shift. 4. Religious and cultural influence. The Islamic conquests brought profound changes to the religious, cultural, and political landscape of Palestine. Islam became the dominant religion, and Arabic replaced Greek and other languages as the primary language of administration and culture. 5. Construction of Islamic structures. During this period, significant Islamic structures were built in Palestine, including mosques, madrasas, Islamic schools, and other religious and civic buildings. These constructions served as centers of worship, education, and community life for the growing Muslim population. 6. Trade and commerce. The Islamic period facilitated trade and commerce in Palestine, connecting the region to the wider Islamic world through trade routes such as the Silk Road. Cities like Jerusalem, Ramla, and Hebron became important centers of trade, attracting merchants and traders from across the Islamic world. 7. Cultural exchange. The presence of diverse Muslim communities in Palestine fostered cultural exchange and interaction. Scholars, artists, and intellectuals from various parts of the Islamic world contributed to the intellectual, artistic, and scientific achievements of the region. Overall, the period of Islamic rule in Palestine saw a significant increase in the Muslim population, accompanied by cultural, religious, and architectural developments that continue to shape the region's identity to this day. Before the Byzantine Empire, the land that encompasses modern-day Israel had various names depending on the historical period and the peoples who inhabited it. Here are some of the key names associated with the region before Byzantine rule. 1. Canaan. In ancient times, the region was known as Canaan. The term Canaan appears in ancient texts such as the Bible and Egyptian inscriptions, referring to the land inhabited by various Semitic peoples. 2. Israel and Judah. During the Iron Age, the region was divided into kingdoms, including the Kingdom of Israel in the north and the Kingdom of Judah in the south. These kingdoms were established by the Israelites and are central to biblical narratives. 3. Judea. After the fall of the Kingdom of Israel and the exile of the northern tribes, the southern kingdom of Judah remained. The term Judea refers to the southern part of the region, including Jerusalem, and became synonymous with the land under Persian, Greek, and Roman rule. For Judea and Samaria, during the Persian and Hellenistic periods, the region was often referred to as Judea and Samaria, reflecting the administrative divisions established by foreign powers. 5. Palestine. The term Palestine was derived from the ancient Philistines, who inhabited the coastal region during biblical times. After the Roman conquest and suppression of the Jewish revolts, the Romans renamed the region Syria Palestina in an attempt to erase Jewish identity and connection to the land. 6. Roman provinces. Under Roman rule, the region was part of various provinces, including Judea, Syria Palestina, and later, Palestina Prima, Palestina Secunda, and Palestina Tertia, reflecting administrative divisions within the Roman Empire. 7. Holy Land. Throughout history, the region has been known as the Holy Land due to its significance in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. The term Holy Land emphasizes its religious importance and cultural heritage. Saladin and the Crusades are two intertwined figures and phenomena in medieval history, representing the clash of civilizations between the Islamic world and Christian Europe during the Middle Ages. Here's an overview of both. 1. Saladin. Salah ad-Din Yusuf ibn Ayyub Saladin was a Kurdish Muslim military leader and statesman who rose to prominence during the 12th century. Born in Tikrit, in present-day Iraq, in 1137, Saladin became Sultan of Egypt and Syria after seizing power from the Fatimid Caliphate in 1171. Saladin is best known for his military campaigns against the Crusader states in the Levant, particularly during the Third Crusade. His most significant victory came at the Battle of Hattin in 1187, where he decisively defeated the Crusader armies and recaptured Jerusalem, ending nearly a century of Christian rule over the city. Despite his military prowess, Saladin is remembered for his chivalry, magnanimity, and respect for his adversaries, earning admiration from both Muslim and Christian contemporaries. 2. The Crusades. The First Crusade resulted in the capture of Jerusalem by the Crusaders, leading to the establishment of the Latin Kingdom of Jerusalem and other Crusader states in the Levant. Subsequent crusades saw varying degrees of success and failure, including the capture of cities such as Antioch and Acre, as well as conflicts among different Christian factions and clashes with Muslim powers. The Third Crusade was launched in response to Saladin's recapture of Jerusalem in 1187. Led by European monarchs including Richard the Lionheart of England, Philip II of France, and Holy Roman Emperor Frederick Barbarossa, it aimed to retake Jerusalem but ultimately ended in a truce between Saladin and the Crusaders, allowing Christians to access Jerusalem under certain conditions. 3. Legacy. Saladin's reputation as a noble and gallant leader persists to this day in both Western and Islamic historiography. He is often hailed as a symbol of unity and honor in the Muslim world. The Crusades left a lasting impact on both Christian and Islamic societies, shaping religious, cultural, and political dynamics in the Middle East and Europe for centuries. The Crusades also fueled lasting animosities and stereotypes between Christians and Muslims, contributing to centuries of conflict and mistrust between the two civilizations.